Beautiful. It's beautiful out here. A great day. Positive day. It's not too cold. Hey, how y'all doing?
Okay, how's it going?
Good. Not too cold, not too hot. It's just right. This is my kind of weather right here. Even though I don't, fall is my least season. Everybody has their seasons, but fall is my least. But nevertheless, came outside real fast because I got to come to my car real fast. But listen to this. So I was thinking about doing this series on Donald Trump because I've been, studying him intently and breaking down. Like really looking at his history and things of that nature in terms of the election and things like that. So I wanted to start this series, and it's called Lessons from Donald Trump. Lessons from Donald Trump. One of the things that people are totally against is Donald Trump, getting rid of the illegal immigrants. And the reason he wants to get rid of the illegal immigrants is because of, number one, the crime that they commit. Number two, the jobs that they take, because if you look at the Puerto Ricans or the Mexicans and things of that nature at the Home Depot, they come and they're there. Whenever you get a chance to go to Home Depot, you'll find a whole clusterful, a cornucopia of Mexicans lined up, willing to work for cheap labor, willing to work for benefits, things of that nature. Essentially, they're willing to work to take, and it doesn't matter whether or not they take jobs. They came over here, they jumped the wall. I need to lose some weight for real, but they jumped the wall, so on and so forth. And he wants it's 11 million, and he wants to extradite them, deport them, or whatever. And he's stern about deporting them. Now they've minimized it to 2 million. Hey, Shawnee. And then they minimize it to 2 million, right? Well, his premise and his premise and reasoning for wanting to deport these people is sound. It's fit, for certain reasons. So what happens is that we need to take a note out of his book. Why is that, Cook? Because all of us have illegal immigrants in our lives. All of us. All of us have illegal immigrants. What do I mean by that? I mean that you have people in your life that don't belong there. They jumped the fence. You don't even know how they got there. You don't even know their reason for being there. But you allow them to be in your life. Be in your life, occupy space, and they serve you absolutely, unequivocally no good. They're there that you have criminals in your life. They depress you. They steal your joy. They don't say anything kind to you. They don't do any gestures when you're in need. They're never there. But we allow these people to occupy, Joe. They allow these people to occupy space. And we fear deporting them. Why? Why do we fear deporting them? The same way why, a construction worker would hire, somebody because they have to, they're going to cost more. And the only way that you can get anywhere is by surrounding your people with what? That's not ashamed or not scared to criticize you when you're wrong. The only people that when you start beginning to surround your people, you surround yourself with people that hold you accountable. And most of us surround ourselves with weak, phony, fake people. Let me give it to you again. Most of us surround ourselves with a bunch of yes people. And that's where America is today. Donald Trump wants to, and I'm not supporting him, but you can, my mother always said, hey Charles, my mother always said that you can learn from a dummy. You can learn a lesson from a clown. And I'm saying to you that we have a lot of illegal immigrants occupying our life, and it's stealing all of the opportunities that we have for where God wants to take us, for where we need to be in life. You can't continue to allow people to occupy a space. God never intended some of the people to be in your life. They're illegal, but you give them a pass. You give them a go. You give them so much so a go that they have an opportunity to work the system that God has already put in place for you. And we're scared to deport them. We're scared to tell them don't call no more. We're scared not to answer the phone. At what time in your life do you make up in your mind, enough is enough? I want better for my life. I want to do the right thing with my life. It doesn't matter if somebody has to give me constructive criticism, as long as it's getting me to where I need to be. There's two things. There's a difference between constructive criticism and conducive criticism. Let me give it to you again. There's a difference between constructive criticism and conducive criticism. What do I mean by that? Constructive criticism is given to you to help you get to where you go. It's to make you better. It's not always it's not always nice. It's not always kind, but it's to help you make you better. Conducive criticism is when there's an opportunity to criticize you and they just do it. Let me give it to you again. There's an opportunity to criticize you and they just do it. I never forget when I was in ministry school. So in my church, it takes 7 years to become a minister. Let me tell you something. It takes 7 brutal years. You have a lot of churches out there, somebody does an initial sermon and in a day and they become a minister. No, at my church, so it takes 7 years. So I worked all the way up and I got into class. And some people get into class and don't even make it out, so on and so forth, right? So I get into class and I was doing my, we had to do a trial run or whatever. And so I did the trial run and I'm sitting there and you have a whole bunch of people that's in the class. It was 17 of us, right? And I messed up. I messed up so bad because earlier that day I was at the mall, right, at my stand, and a young girl had spit on me. So I was all shook up, things of that nature. I'll tell you all about that later. And I had to take two 5-hour energy drinks. So I get up there and I'm rambling on and I mess up. So there they are, they're around the table, and I had to sit at the edge of the table. And I never forget this. Some people, maybe 2 people out of the 17 gave me constructive criticism. Let me give it to you. 2 people out of the 17 gave me constructive criticism. The others were conducive criticism. Why? Because 3 things. They wanted to impress the teacher, right? They wanted to impress the teacher. They wanted to make themselves feel good, right? And they just wanted to have something to say. Conducive criticism. And I'm saying to you, most of us surround ourselves with people, conducive people. They just bodies with no purpose. Somebody tweet that out. It's a dangerous thing to have people in your life that are just bodies with no purpose. Did you hear what I said, Dante? Good seeing you the other day too, bro. And these are the illegal immigrants that need to be deported. Ask me how many friends that I talk to on a daily basis. I know everybody. I'm talking, I can't even tell you how many. Everywhere I go, I know everybody. Ask me on a daily basis how many people I talk to. Ask me on a weekly basis how many people I talk to. Ask me where I'm going at in life. Years ago, I would talk to a whole bunch of people daily. Weekly. And I was going, I was going, yes, sir. Yeah, Dante, I had a whole bunch of people in my crowd, right? I'm traveling everywhere, doing all hanging out, so on and so forth. And my bank account was so low. And when I got a flat tire, I ain't really have nobody to call. The person that I called, huffed and puffed about coming to get me. asked me what happened after I went broke, right? When I went broke. And I'm going to close with this. It's only about 10 people that reached out to me. You had Tim Washington, who down in Atlanta, right? Now I'm going to give you these names, and I'm going somewhere, and I'm going to close it. Yeah, Tim Washington in Atlanta, he sent $100. He said, bro, you got to let me bless you. You had my good friend who was in my class, Alicia James. It's Waters now. She just walked up to me out of nowhere and gave me like $120 straight out of her pocket, just gave it to me. You had Lamont, he sent me a gift card, right? You had my buddy Clarence gave me $50, right? You had Curlin, they gave me like $100. You had Hope, they gave me $40. And probably 2 other people, I can't name them right now, offset. But that's 10 people. And let me give it to you this. Out of the, let's say that's 10 people. And I know everybody. Everybody knows my situation. I didn't know, I didn't make it a secret or whatever. Let me give you the caveat. Out of the 10 people, only 1 was in my inner circle. Give it to you again. I'm broke. I'm on welfare. I'm on medical assistance. My mother can't even walk. Did you hear what I said? I'm stressed. I lost my house. I lost everything. And I know everybody. I got a ton of friends. Out of the ton of friends, all my blessings came from strangers. Not people in my inner circle, but from strangers. What am I saying to you? The people that's in your circle, you need to vet. What do I mean by that? See if they are who they say they are. Ask God to remove everybody that's not in your circle. My blessings came from strangers, not the people in my circle. Be careful of the people that's in your circle. Because typically the people that's in your circle are really poking holes on you to see where you leak. To see where you leak. That's the first lesson from Donald Trump that we learned. To deport all of the illegal immigrants that's in our life. If this message has been a blessing to you, share it with others. Because we have to change one person at a time. I am Richard Cook. I am a certified life coach. Don't get it twisted. I love you.